How should I like start an intro for a makeup tutorial? I don't know what to say.
I haven't posted a video in 8 months.
Oh my god. That's a long time.
I think it's 8 months. Let me check. Or like 7 months. That is so bad.
Hey guys, so I'm just gonna jump right into this. So I'm starting off by priming my lids with concealer and then setting it with a powder. For this look, I'm gonna be using the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette and the Morphe 35B palette. Starting off with the shade Creamsicle from the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm just going to be blending this into my crease and beginning to build this up a lot because this will be the first and the main transition color. This look is all about transition shades and blending. Then I'm switching over to the 35B palette and I'm taking this bright orange shade and blending this into the crease as well. Pretty much in the same spot, just a little bit lower. You'll see as the colors get darker, you're going to be bringing them lower and lower into the crease to create that dimension. And I know I'm using all warm tones for this look, but you can literally just switch out the colors to whatever you want. Like you do more cool tones or neutral or even bright colors. Next I'm using that bright red shade that's right above the orange and once again building this up in the crease. Focusing it a little bit lower, and I'm also going to be bringing the shadows a little bit into the outer corner on my lid as well, because you'll see once we go to cut out the crease with the concealer, you'll need some shadow there, but you can always just touch it up after. And also when you are doing half cut creases, you want to make sure that you are blending the shadows all the way into the inner corner as well, because when you go to cut the crease, you want there to be shadow there so you can like see the definition and see where it's actually cut, if that makes sense. Now I'm switching back over to the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm using the shade Jax and 24/7, and this is just going to start to darken it up and kind of bring the brightness down a little bit because the colors are a little bit bright.
The Fortnite sounds.
And as you can see, I'm starting to build up the color more in the outer corner on the lid and in the crease, because you do want to have a nice, I guess, base in the outer corner, because you can always go over it once you cut the crease, but you want to have something there for when you do cut it. And don't worry too much about the outer corner, like the outer edges. I'm going to clean that up. I know it looks super messy. And then I'm taking the shade Chip, which is a lot darker than the shades we've used, and I'm using a smaller brush, and I'm going to just focus this on the outer corner. I'm going to bring it into the crease a little bit, but you gotta be careful with the dark shades because you can totally mess everything up. So just start out with a little bit, and then you can always build it up. And then I'm just blending everything and making sure that it all looks nice and seamless. And I'm adding a little bit more of that bright orange shade from before into that transition area, just to make sure that it still looks nice and bright, because it can get a little bit dull once you add the darker colors. Now that we have a nice base and the colors are built up enough, I'm gonna move on to the fun part, which is cutting the actual crease. I'm not very good at this part, so I use a tiny little brush just to carve out the initial line. This is just how I personally do it and find it the easiest, just because I'm still not the best at it, obviously. You'll see I'm not very good at this. And then I just take a bigger concealer brush to conceal the rest of the lid. So I'm just going to really focus on getting that nice and rounded and even and all that fun stuff. This part's very tedious. You kind of just have to be patient and take your time. This part also really depends on your eye shape, so you kind of just have to play with it and see what works for your eyes and what kind of look that you're going for. I bring mine past my natural crease so that when I open up my eyes, you can still see the cut crease, if that makes sense. Also, if you have hooded eyes, I would recommend bringing it past your natural crease as well. Then you're just going to be bringing the concealer out about 3/4 of the way. If you bring it too far, you can always just add the shadow on and just fix it up, so this part doesn't matter too much. Now I'm setting that concealer with the white eyeshadow because you definitely do not want it to crease. And then you're going to be blending the eyeshadow into the concealer on your lid. You kind of just start with the lightest shade that's in your crease, and then you eventually get to the darkest. So starting with the light orange shade, then the brighter orange shade, then the red, and then the darker color. kind of hard to explain this part. You just kind of just gotta blend them all together so that it makes like a nice ombre effect that matches the crease. So I just cleaned up the outer edge with some concealer, and I'm just going to be touching up a couple things, but the eyeshadow portion is pretty much done. I'm going to go ahead and add some eyeliner, which I tried to do on camera, but it didn't really work out, so I'll be back with eyeliner and both eyes done. And then I just worked on my lower lash line, but I didn't really readjust from the eyeliner, so I didn't really get that in the frame. But yeah, I did the lower lash line, and then I'm just curling my lashes, throwing on some mascara, and then I'm going to pop on some lashes. The lashes that I'm using for this are the Azeredo Cosmetics lashes in the style Legendary. I love these. They are somewhat new from them, so definitely go check them out. They have a bunch of new lashes. I will leave the link down below, and you can use my code EmilyS10 for 10% off of your purchase. Definitely recommend trying them out, but I thought these were good for this look. So the eyes are all complete, and I'm now going to finish up my face. Unfortunately, I lost the footage to the beginning of this video, so I don't have me doing my foundation, concealer, powder, all that stuff. So I'm just going to speed through this part since I missed the beginning. I also changed my lip color like 20 times, so enjoy that. And I'm still not happy with the lip color that I chose. I just couldn't find something that worked with the eyes. I don't know why. Usually lip colors are never a problem for me, but I just wasn't feeling any of these.
I give up. This lip's just gonna have to do.
And this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this super short and super quick tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.